I want to remind you guys because I've seen some posts regarding it's like a meme where, for example, your mom is working in Israel, they're in the war, something like that. Instead of asking your mom, how are you there? Are you safe? Some Filipino members will even ask the OFW or the Filipino worker there, oh, when are you going to send us money? In which I think it is very, very
Think about
insensitive
everything
of
that we have mentioned, the kind of like remittances that Filipinos make or send back to their country, and Middle East make up majority of that. And why are we concerned? Because we have classmates, we have friends that they are that the
parents.
breadwinners or their parents or a close family member are in the Middle East. Like this, let us bring our humanitarian side into this.
Yes.
And one of the best things that we can do is to pray for regional peace and world peace. So instead of us to be lifting weapons to fight one another, let us lift our hearts in bridging our differences. Hello, guys. This is Promise, the host of Simply Promise and You. You're welcome to my YouTube channel. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. If you have any opinions, ensure to drop them in the comment section. It promises to be informative, educative, and entertaining. Welcome, guys. Hello, guys. You're welcome to Simply Promise and You, and a happy Sunday from us to you. And I remain your humble host, Promise. And seated by my right side is the ever beautiful.
I am your usual and one and only co-host, Mariam.
Well, I'm sure you must have been seeing videos of missiles flying all over in the Middle East. I believe some days ago, people woke up to bombings in Iran, formerly known as Persia, a war that strikes that were conducted by the U.S. and Israel against some military sites and against some highly important people in Iran. But today we'll talk about it. We really want to speak about the effects of the war in the Middle East on Filipinos. So, but before that, if you're new to this channel, please make sure you like, you share, drop your thoughts under the comment section, and subscribe. So let's talk about the effects of the war in the Middle East on Filipinos.
Okay, let me start first as I'm a Filipina. Um, as you guys know, many OFW or overseas Filipino workers are there in the Middle East. Most of them are caregivers, as you know that caregivers and nurses, since caregivers and nurses are the most employees that we send to other countries such as in US, UAE, and some other parts of the world. And now I can see some posts of these OFWs in social media platforms. They are very scared of their life, and not just that, they are not just scared with their life, but they are also scared that they might not provide money for their families here in the Philippines, since most of them are what we call the breadwinners. Of course, if there's a war, it will also affect their work. And not just that, last week or so, we have heard in the news that the first fatality record that has been shown from Israel was a Filipina. So she's from here in Pangasinan, where we are right now in this province, and she's a 32-year-old OFW. So her name is Mary Ann Velasquez de Vera. And actually, it's sad because according to Inquirer Net, she just got married 2 years ago.
Wow.
To another Filipino national,
Oh my
and
gosh.
the one who confirmed her death was also the husband. I mean, the one who confirmed the body, and she died on the way to the hospital. So she was trying to like help her patient to go to the bomb shelter, and she was injured there. Um, and then going to the hospital, she was declared dead on arrival. Yeah.
Oh, that's very very sad. Very 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 sad. So I don't believe there's anyone that wants to lose a member of the family. Like it's very very sad. Imagine having someone who left their country to
Work.
work overseas to earn their daily bread, and their family receives the death. In fact, news of their demise. It's very very heartbreaking. But one of the things that we really need to understand, one of this is why people make migration is to make ends meet, just to meet ends meet. Apart from tourism, I think one of the biggest factors why people migrate is for economic reasons. And Filipinos are known to be travelers. They are known to be migrants. They make up great migrant communities overseas. So, Maria, how many Filipinos do you think are in the Middle East?
Like, based on the research that we got, Filipino workers in the Middle East, they consist of over 1.1 million. And specifically with Israel, with that story that I was telling you guys, there are 20,000 Filipinos living under that level 3 area where that war is happening right now. So I guess this is also the right time for us to like seek help from the embassy. Also, this is the right time for us that I want to remind you guys, because I've seen some posts regarding, it's like a meme where, for example, your mom is working in Israel, they're in the war, something like that. Instead of asking your mom, how are you there, are you safe, some Filipino members will even ask the OFW or the Filipino worker there, oh, when are you going to send us money? In which I think it is very, very insensitive of you guys. Since for me, I know many Filipinos there personally that are working in the Middle East or in Israel. So I guess that's it.
So according to a Facebook post from Pageant Bulletin, there are over 1.5 million Filipinos who are living in these areas that are facing these current regional tensions. And so you can imagine the amount of Filipinos that are currently finding themselves in places like this where these tensions are happening. It's very, very heartbreaking. So how does this war affect Filipinos? Like she said, there are many over there in the Middle East. And because there are many, I want us to find out how much they remit in fact, how much OFW workers in the Philippines remit back to the Philippines. So Filipinos workers in the Middle East sent approximately 6.13 billion in cash, 6.13 billion dollars in cash remittances in 2024, representing 17.77% of the total 34.49 billion sent home that year. For 2025, preliminary reports from the Banco Central and Philippines, that's the BSP, and regional sources estimate these remittances reach $6.48 billion. So in 2024, places like Saudi Arabia, there was a remittance of 2.22 billion. United Arab Emirates, 1.52 billion. Qatar, 960 million. Kuwait, 534 million. So are you getting it? So if we are talking about the economic impact, so the GDP contributions, there's total global remittances accounted for 7.5 of the Philippines GDP in 2024. So let us think about the regional significance. The Middle East is considered the backbone of overseas employment, with funds primarily used by families for food and household items. So just think about everything that we have mentioned, the kind of like remittances that Filipinos make or send back to their country, and Middle East make up majority of that. And why are we concerned? Because we have classmates, we have friends that they are that the
Parents.
breadwinners or their parents or a close family member are in the Middle East. Imagine how depressed these students can be and how concerned they can be, because their academic sustainability depends on their family members that are working over there. I think instead of us to just get too political about issues like this, let us bring our humanitarian side into this.
Yes.
And one of the best things that we can do is to pray for regional peace and world peace. So instead of us to be lifting weapons to fight one another, let us lift our hearts in bridging our differences together. So these are some of the things that we can say are some of the effects or how the war in the Middle East affects the Philippines directly. So if you have a family member, a loved one that is in the Middle East currently working now, please make sure you pray for them.
And
And
ask them how are they. Not just ask them when are you going to send us money. Don't tell them that right now. It's not the right time.
if you have a loved one working over there, please drop your thoughts under the comment section and tell us if you have reached out to them and share with us what they can really tell of the war happening there. So from us to you guys, goodbye. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe,
Subscribe.
drop your thoughts under the comment section. Bye.